welcome to day 12. I'm sorry that we're a little bit later than usual, but I am so excited to be here with you, and I hope you are just as excited as I am, because today's workshop is a really great one, a really fun one, and one that involves multiple sets of skills. So I'm very excited for this. The first thing is that you are going to learn what a concrete poem is, and basically that's any poem that takes the shape of the subject that it's talking about. So sometimes you'll see kids do an apple and then they'll write all the adjectives of an apple inside of it. Or sometimes you'll see a house and there's a little story about everyone who lives in the house. Or sometimes you'll see like a flower and what the flower represents. So there's a lot of really cool ways to do this, but that is basically what concrete poetry is. And then the second part of today's workshop takes us away from poetry for a minute and leans into a different skill, and we're going to look at zentangle doodles. And these are doodles that may have a general sketch, so they might make up the shape of something, but inside the shape there are a bunch of different patterns and a bunch of different colors and a bunch of different things that wouldn't normally make sense in this image or complete picture. And I'm really excited about this because it's teaching you a little bit about forming the poem, and it's also teaching you a little bit about the different ways you can approach the poem. And I think this is really cool because should you be a multi-talented creator, you can lean in and combine both skills, and you can put your poem in the center and then you can zentangle around it, and that's one of my favorite things to see authors do. So I am really encouraging you to take a stab at it. Alrighty, so without further ado, let me share my screen and let's show you some examples. Okay, so like I said, it's a poem that takes the shape of whatever we're talking about. So this one just says, I like sneakers, leather sneakers, squeaky sneakers, and then more adjectives all around making the shape of the sneaker. And then they also decided to add in this detail of the lace that is not made out of words. So this is one way you can approach it. This is another. Somebody used art and they built out the base of what they wanted the image to be, and then they left this negative space for another element of it, and they filled it in with poetry. And this one is purposely blurred out because we don't have the permissions to share it, but it is really cool, and there's a lot of detail and elements in this. So this is one way to get really fancy with it. This is another more basic one, but every element is built out of the words, which is really cool and a little bit harder to do. So we do have our very fancy schmancy dragon. We have our moon. And we have the house like I was talking about. We have the apple like I was talking about. We even have a raindrop. And then zentangle. This is one that's just a bunch of random patterns that look nice together. This is the most basic form of zentangle. And then this is the fancy version of zentangle. You build a shape, or you sketch out your general subject matter, and then you fill it in with patterns. So in this case, we have a butterfly. In this case, we have a face, which is a really great one. And I think it's really cool because the patterns they chose don't necessarily look like makeup or hair or pores or skin or anything, but they are creative and they bring this piece to life. This is another, it's mostly a way to like get inspiration for patterns, but it also has become its own image, and it's really cool and fun. And then this one reminds you that you are not limited to just black and white, even though that is what's most popular. You can absolutely incorporate color. And this is kind of what it's like when you have a concrete poem in the middle. That would be the bunny in this case. And then you have zentangle around it. And a lot of times people will distinguish that with different colors as well. And then this one's just a fun one to show you that there are really cool patterns and really awesome colors, and you're really only limited to your imagination. So this is a really awesome workshop. It's perfect for a Saturday. I hope you're enjoying it as much as I am. It's Friday. It's perfect for a Friday, and I hope you're enjoying it as much as I am. And I will see you again on Saturday, tomorrow, for another workshop and day 13. I hope you're having a great day. I hope you're having fun, happy writing, and I'll see you again